Yesterday, we stopped at this paragraph, taking a look at the two definitions of the word Tathagata, the epithet for Buddha. The first meaning is the one who has come thus, Tata Agata, the one who has come in our midst, the same way that the Buddhas of the past have come. The second meaning, the one who has gone thus, Tathagata. That is, who has gone to the ultimate peace, Nibbana, in the same way that the Buddhas of the past have gone. Let's continue reading the next paragraph. Though the Nikayas stipulate that in any given world system at any given time, only one perfectly enlightened Buddha can arise, the arising of Buddhas is intrinsic to the cosmic process. Like a meteor against the blackness of the night sky, from time to time a Buddha will appear against the backdrop of boundless space and time, lighting up the spiritual firmament of the world, shedding the brilliance of his wisdom upon those capable of seeing the truths that he illuminates. The being who is to become a Buddha is called in Pali a Bodhisattva, word better known in the Sanskrit form, Bodhisattva. According to common Buddhist tradition, a Bodhisattva is one who undertakes a long course of spiritual development, consciously motivated by the aspiration to attain future Buddhahood. Inspired and sustained by great compassion for living beings, mired in the suffering of birth and death, a Bodhisattva fulfills over many eons of cosmic time the difficult course needed to fully master the requisites for supreme enlightenment. When all these requisites are complete, he attains Buddhahood in order to establish the Dharma in the world. A Buddha discovers the long-lost path to liberation. The ancient path traveled by the Buddhas of the past that culminates in the boundless freedom of Nibbana. Having found the path and traveled it to its end, he then teaches it in all its fullness to humanity, so that many others can enter the way to final liberation. Let's take a look at footnote number 2. Although the Bodhisattva ideal is usually understood to be distinctive of Mahayana Buddhism, all the schools of sectarian Buddhism in the period preceding the emergence of the Mahayana shared the belief that the Buddha pursued the course of a Bodhisattva over many eons, fulfilling the requirements for Buddhahood. Mahayana's contribution was to advocate the Bodhisattva career as a prescriptive model for all Buddhist followers to pursue. So this is the difference between Mahayana Buddhism and other traditions of Buddhism, is in the emphasis of the path. Generally, the Mahayana advocate the Bodhisattva career, but the Theravada strives for the Arahant's path. Okay, let's take a look at difficult word. Spiritual firmament. Here is defined as The heavens or the sky, especially when regarded as a tangible thing. Second definition, a sphere or world view as a collection of people. And so the Buddha appears lighting up our world, shedding the brilliance of his wisdom. This slide is important. Upon those capable of seeing the truth that he illuminates. So not everyone, even though the Buddha arises, not everyone is capable to see the truth after its founding. Yeah? If everyone is capable to see the truth, we will all not be here anymore. Yeah. Okay, I think one more difficult word. Let's see, where was it? Let's say Maya. Cause to become stuck in mud. Second definition, cover or spatter with mud. Involve someone or something in a difficult situation. Yeah. The third definition would be more appropriate. So mired in the suffering, involved, living beings involved in the suffering of birth and death. Inspired by, sustained by, great compassion for living beings like us, a bodhisattva fulfills the difficult course needed to fully master the requisites for supreme enlightenment. I think there's one more difficult word that I missed. I can't see it. Okay, if not, let's continue to the next paragraph. Sister Billy, would you like to read?
This, however, does not exhaust the function of a Buddha. A Buddha understands and teaches not only the path leading to the supreme state of ultimate liberation.
Sorry, Sister Billy. I accidentally muted you.
It's okay. I'll start again.
Okay.
This, however, does not exhaust the function of a Buddha. A Buddha understands and teaches not only the path leading to the supreme state of ultimate liberation, the perfect bliss of Nibbana, but also the path leading to the various types of wholesome, mundane happiness to which human beings aspire. A Buddha proclaims both a path of mundane enhancement that enables sentient beings to plant wholesome roots productive of happiness, peace, and security in the worldly dimensions of their lives, and the path of world transcendence to guide sentient beings to Nibbana. His role is thus much wider than an exclusive focus on the transcendent aspect of his teaching might suggest. He is not merely a mentor of aesthetics and contemplatives, not merely a teacher of meditation techniques and philosophical insights, but a guide to the Buddha, to the Dharma in its full range and depth. One who reveals, proclaims, and establishes all the principles integral to correct understanding and wholesome conduct, whether mundane or transcendental. Text 2.1 highlights this wide-ranging altruistic dimension of a Buddha's career when it praises the Buddha as the one person who arises in the world for the welfare of the multitude, for the happiness of the multitude, out of compassion for the world, for the good, welfare and happiness of devas and humans.
Thanks, Sister Billy. Yeah, I think this is a quite important paragraph. The Buddha not only teaches us the path to ultimate liberation, but many householders go to him for a consultation over the householders' welfare and happiness, mundane happiness. Yeah. Also the path leading to the various types of wholesome mundane happiness, to which many human beings aspire. Because not all human beings are ready to directly renounce everything and walk the path to liberation. So in this sense, the Buddha is like our guide for almost everything. If we have a problem, we can come to the Buddha. Oh, the Buddha, I have this problem. Can you help me? Can you give me some advice? In the modern context, maybe we could call him a consultant. Okay, any questions so far? Any difficult words?
The word multitude here refers to all beings, I suppose. Multitude, the last three lines.
Yeah, let's take a look at the dictionary definition. Here it says a large number, multitude, large numbers of people, a large gathering of people, the mass of ordinary people without power or influence. Yeah. The state of being numerous. So with this definition, I would say for many people, but not for all people. I think because of, mainly should be because of not many are willing to listen to the Buddha. Yeah, if you see in the current context, how many people are Buddhists? How many percentage of people are Buddhists? And not only that, how many people actually read and study the Dharma and practice the Dharma? Yeah. So in this sense, multitude would be a large number of people, but not covering everyone. Yeah. Okay, thanks for the question. Anything else? Maybe this one is worth highlighting from this paragraph. One who reveals, proclaims, and establishes all the principles integral to correct understanding and wholesome conduct, whether be it mundane or transcendental. Okay, we can continue to read. Sister Chai Kwan, would you like to read?
The Nikayas offer two perspectives on the Buddha as a person. And to do justice to the text, it is important to hold these two perspectives in balance without letting one cancel out the other. A correct view of the Buddha can only arise from the merging of these two perspectives, just as the correct view of an object can arise only when the perspective presented by our two eyes are merged in the brain into a single image. One perspective, the one highlighted most often in Bondonese presentations of Buddhism, shows the Buddha as a human being who, like other human beings, had to struggle with the common frailties of human nature to arrive at the state of an enlightened one. After his enlightenment at the age of 35, he walked among us for 45 years as a wise and compassionate human teacher, sharing his realization with others and ensuring that his teaching would remain in the world long after his death. This is the side of the Buddha's nature that figures most prominently in the Nikayas, since it corresponds closely with contemporary agnostic attitudes toward the ideals of religious faith. It has an immediate appeal to those nurtured by modern modes of thought. Thank you.
Thanks, Sister Shrekon. Here, the paragraphs mentioned there are two perspectives that we can take a look and how to view the Buddha. The first one is about how the Buddha is just a human like us, like other human beings, had to struggle with the common frailties of human nature to arrive at the state of an enlightened one. Then after his struggle, he started to teach for 45 years as a wise and compassionate human teacher. So in the Nikayas, in the Sutta, you will mostly see this side of the Buddha. Okay, next paragraph, Sister Shomi, would you like to read? Sorry, yeah.
The other aspect of the Buddha's person is likely to seem strange to us, but it looms large in Buddhist tradition and serves as the bedrock for popular Buddhist devotion. Though secondary in the Nikayas, it occasionally surfaces so conspicuously that it cannot be ignored, despite the efforts of Buddhist modernists to downplay its significance or rationalize its intrusions. From this perspective, the Buddha is seen as one who had already made preparations for his supreme attainment over countless past lives, and was destined from birth to fulfill the mission of a world teacher. Text 2, para 2 is an example of how the Buddha is viewed from this perspective. Here it is said, the future Buddha descends fully conscious from the Tusita heaven into his mother's womb. His conception and birth are accompanied by wonders. Deities worship the newborn infant, and as soon as he's born, he walks 7 steps and announces his future destiny. Obviously, for the compilers of such a sutta as this, the Buddha was already destined to attain Buddhahood even prior to his conception, and thus his struggle for enlightenment was a battle whose outcome was already predetermined. The final paragraph of the sutta, however, ironically harkens back to the realistic picture of the Buddha. What the Buddha himself considers to be truly wondrous are not the miracles accompanying his conception and birth, but his mindfulness and clear comprehension in the midst of feelings, thoughts, and perceptions.
Thanks, Sister Shomi. This paragraph offers the second perspective of the Buddha. This is also a popular perspective, serves as the bedrock for popular Buddhist devotion. Bhikkhu Bodhi gives a fair point about this, that he not only offers one perspective, but also mentions the other one. Why? Because it occasionally surfaces so conspicuously in the Nikayas. And that's why Bhikkhu Bodhi cannot ignore this perspective. Despite the efforts of Buddhist modernists to downplay its significance or rationalize its intrusions. Yeah. I think from my observation, there are actually many people who prefer this perspective as well. And there are also many people who are inspired by the first perspective. So it all comes down to our own disposition. Okay, I think this is a good time to stop. Any questions or comments? If not, let's do a dedication. 愿消三障诸烦恼，愿得智慧真明了，普愿罪障悉消除，世世常行菩萨道。阿弥陀佛。